Hey, it's Declan Ryan of whoisdeclanryan.com, and if you've been following my reviews of my personal take on the various chapters of Maxwell Maltz's Psychocybernetics, I'm a little bit past halfway through. I came across this amazing description of the painting that Salvador Dali gave to Maxwell Maltz, and which he in fact uses on the cover of his book. Pretty incredible to have an artist just give you a painting worth I dread to think what how much it's worth. But I'd like to pass that on, the interpretation of this painting to you. I'm going to switch to a slightly larger image. Here we go. Now, I've been looking at this painting for at least 3 years. It didn't mean a huge amount to me, but hearing Maltz explain it was fascinating. Dali was a keen proponent of psychocybernetics, and he used a lot of it in his own life. That's perhaps why he understands it so well when he actually did this painting. So you've got the two sides of the painting split up. Well, not really two sides, split up into two different worlds. You've got the negative, frustrated, dark side, and you've got the fantastic side, the side that we're all aiming at. Now, the difference between these two are the different sides of your self-image and the different sides of how you interpret things. Now, over here, you've got everything in darkness, something that looks like a bat, quite possibly. It's kind of ugly looking anyway. You've got, this is the person's self-image who's in a real negative funk. The sun is partially blacked out, everything's gloomy. He's walking towards what Dali painted as the angel of death. Really, he's shrunken to a miniature size because that's how he feels himself, unworthy, and just has no value for himself. You've also got here a boat which has got no sails in it. And it's pretty close to sinking. It's not going to go very far with no sails, really, is it? And then you've got all these other sort of gloomy looking things. This is the spookiest looking of all the lot. And then the same person who's looking at things with a psychocybernetic way, or with a large self-esteem, he is actually 10 feet tall, as Maltz describes him. It looks actually a bit like a runway model to me, but maybe that's just my own sort of interpretation on it. The long legs are a little bit longer than your average man, but anyway. Then you've got this gorgeous image of a swallow, which is accompanying the person, walking tall and walking towards the sun. Now, he says towards the sun, but I mean, this is pretty much the sun here for me. And then you've got the same ship here, which is sailing gradually towards port. Now, what is that port? That port is peace of mind, and that is what your self-image can bring to you if you sort out the various different issues that you have to sort out, and if you keep yourself thinking along psychocybernetic lines. Now, this isn't just something that you pick up and then you put down. Doing this is something you do every single day of your life. People always have attacks of negativity, they always have attacks of uncertainty, and this is an ongoing work. So it's not just like you take this course, you're thinking psychocybernetically and that's it. It takes practice. Even it was encouraging listening to Dan Kennedy talk about his own issues with anger. He used to be a real fly off the handle kind of a person, and he was just describing the way he still behaves like that way sometimes. He still gets angry. He still flies off the handle. But you know what the difference is? He's able to handle it. And I'm just thinking, if the president of the Psychocybernetics Foundation can still admit that he has issues, he has anger moments, and it's not like click of a finger, I don't have it anymore because I'm completely cured. No. There will be challenges, and there will be more further on in the future. It's a question of what, as he was describing it, when he gets angry now, the anger or the frustration or what other event has caused him to be angry lasts about 1/10 of the time that it used to last. He described one particular instance where he'd done a huge amount of work on a book and the computer crashed. So he lost all his work, and he didn't back it up. So he was frustrated because he lost all the work, which meaning a huge amount of hours that were lost. He was frustrated because he was beating himself up because he hadn't done copies, which he should have done. And so he just thought, well, this isn't getting me anywhere, so what am I going to do? The past is the past. I've done what I've done. Me thinking about it or beating myself up about it is only going to make it worse. So what he did was he set about remembering the various chapter titles that he had done. He set about remembering the various opening paragraphs that he did as soon as he could from his memory. And then he set about rewriting it. He says, I'm either going to do this or I'm not. It's got to be done, so I have no alternative. I'll just go ahead and do it, but I'll do it with a fresh frame of mind. I'll do it and I'll just get it done. And that's basically what he did. And I think, when you have an example like that, it really is amazing. So I just thought I'd share this painting with you because Dali is really one of the greats, and he just had such a grasp on it. It's fantastic when you have a painting which is deciphered like that. I never quite got this, so there you go. Hope you got some value out of that, and that that painting is now deciphered for you, as it now rests on the cover of the book. And so my next chapter that I'm moving on to is chapter 10. So I look forward to seeing you there. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.